What's up, world? Just know that if you feeling depressed, sad, or whatever, just be encouraged and stay encouraged. 1 second. Cause see, we got the air on, but the truck off is gonna blow slow. And at this point, we don't need no slow. Not blow slow, but blow cold. Okay. So, yeah, if you depressed or sad or whatever, you know you're missing somebody or whatever, just try to be encouraged. Like, don't try to let your happiness or whatever depend on another person, because that shit could be pressing to the point of death, sick and stressing to the point of health problems. So try not to do that. But let's get into this reading. It's enough of that rambling. Guilt offering. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, when a person sins and acts unfaithfully against the Lord and deceives his companion in regard to a deposit or a security entrusted to him, or through robbery, or if he has extorted his companion, or has found what was lost and lied about it and sworn falsely, so that his sin in regard to any one of the things a man may do, then it shall be, when he sins and becomes guilty, that he shall restore what he took by robbery, or what he got by extortion, or the deposit which was entrusted to him, or the lost thing which he found, or anything about which he swore falsely. He shall make restitution for it in full, and add to it 1/5 more. He shall give it to the one to whom it belongs on the day he presents his guilt offering. Then he shall bring to the priest his guilt offering to the Lord, a ram without defect from the flock, according to your valuation for a guilt offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him before the Lord, and he will be forgiven for any one of the things which he may have done to incur guilt. The priest part in the offering. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law for the burnt offering. The burnt offering itself shall remain on the hearth of the altar all night until the morning, and the fire on the altar is to be kept burning on it. The priest is to put on his linen robe, and he shall put on undergarments next to his flesh, and he shall take up the ashes to which the fire reduces the burnt offerings on the altar, and place them beside the altar. Then he shall take off his garments and put on other garments, and carry the ashes outside the camp to clean the place. The fire on the altar shall be kept burning on it. It shall not go out, but the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and it shall lay out the burnt offering on it, and offer up and smoke the fat portions of the peace offering on it. Fire shall be kept burning continually on the altar. It is not to go out. That fire is not to go out. Those guys don't let that fire go out. Now this is the law of grain offering. The sons of Aaron shall present it before the Lord in front of the altar. Then one of them shall lift up from it a handful of the fine flour of grain offering with this oil. What the hell? Okay, we gotta get camera still for this crazy stuff. I'm gonna keep sliding and moving. Okay, let's see if I can get y'all together right quick. We're almost done with this chapter. It's oil and all its incense that is on the grain offering, and he shall offer it up in smoke on the altar, a soothing aroma as it is memorial offering, as its memorial offering to the Lord. What is left of it, Aaron and his sons are to eat. It shall be eaten as unleavened cakes in a holy place. They are to eat it in the court of the tent of meeting. It shall not be baked with leaven. I have given it as their share from my offering by fire. It is most holy, like the sin offering and the guilt offering. Every male among the sons of Aaron may eat it. It is a permanent ordinance throughout your generations, from the offering by fire to the Lord. Whoever touches them will become consecrated. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This is the offering which Aaron and his sons are to present to the Lord on the day when he is anointed. The tenth of an ephah of fine flour as a regular grain offering, half of it in the morning and half of it in the evening. It shall be prepared with oil on a griddle. When it is well stirred, you shall bring it. You shall present the grain offering in baked pieces as a soothing aroma to the Lord. Verse 22, the anointed priest who will be in his place among his sons shall offer it by permanent ordinances. It shall be entirely offered up in smoke to the Lord. So every grain offering of the priest shall be burned entirely. It shall not be eaten. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, This is the law of sin offering. In the place where the burnt offering is slain, the sin offering shall be slain before the Lord. It is most holy. The priest who offers it for sin shall eat it. It shall be eaten in a holy place in the court of the tent of meetings. Anyone who touches his flesh will become consecrated, and when any of his blood splashes on a garment in a holy place, you shall wash what was splashed on. Also, the earthenware vessel in which it was boiled shall be broken, and it was boiled in a bronze vessel, then it shall be scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the priests may eat of it. It is most holy, but no sin offering of which any of the blood is brought into the tent of meeting to make atonement in the holy place shall be eaten. It shall be burned with fire. So that was chapter 6. Now in chapter 7, let me set it aside right quick. Okay, we back on YouTube. Okay. Just was letting my people know on Facebook that I'm reading again. And I'm going to try to get back to the daily reading. So we just read chapter 6. We're going to go ahead and go to chapter 7. The priest part in the offerings. Now this is the law of the guilt offering. It is most holy in the place where they slay the burnt offering. They are to slay the guilt offering, and he shall sprinkle his blood around on the altar. Then he shall offer from it all its fat, the fat tail and the fat that covers the entrail, and the two kidneys with the fat that is on them, which is on the lions and the lobe of the liver, he shall remove with the kidney. The priest shall offer them up in smoke on the altar as an offering by fire to the Lord. It is a guilt offering. Every male among the priests may eat of it. It shall be eaten in a holy place. It is most holy. The guilt offering is like the sin offering. There is one law for them. The priest who makes the atonement with it shall have it. Also, the priest who present any man's burnt offering, that priest shall have for himself the skin of the burnt offering which he has presented. Likewise, every grain offering that is baked in the oven, and everything prepared in a pan or on a griddle shall belong to the priest who presents it. Every grain offering mixed with oil or dry shall belong to all the sons of Aaron, to all alike. Now this is the law of the sacrifice of peace offering which shall be presented to the Lord if he offers it by way of thanksgiving. Then along with the sacrifice of thanksgiving he shall offer unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers spread with oil, and cakes of well stirred fine flour mixed with oil. With the sacrifice of his peace offering for thanksgiving he shall present his offering with cake of leavened bread. Of this he shall present one of the every offering as a contribution to the Lord. It shall belong to the priest who sprinkles the blood of the peace offering. Now as for the flesh of the sacrifice, his thanksgiving peace offering, it shall be eaten on the day of his offering. He shall not leave any of it over until the morning, but if The sacrifice of his offering is a votive or a free will offering. It shall be eaten on the day that he offers his sacrifice. On the next day, what is left over, it may be eaten, but that which is left over from the flesh of the sacrifice on the third day shall be burnt with fire. So if any of the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offering should ever be eaten on the third day, he who offers it would not be accepted, and it will not be reckoned to him his benefit. It shall be an offensive thing, and the person who eats of it will bear his own iniquity. Also, the flesh that touches anything unclean, yes, the flesh that touches anything unclean shall not be eaten. It shall be burned with fire. As for other flesh, anyone who is clean may eat such flesh. But the person who eats the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offering which belongs to the Lord in his uncleanness, that person shall be cut off from his people. When anyone touches anything unclean, whether human uncleanness or unclean animal or any unclean detestable thing, and eats of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offering which belongs to the Lord, the person shall be cut off from his people. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, You shall not eat any fat from an ox, a sheep, or a goat. Also the fat of an animal which dies, and the fat of an animal torn by beasts may be put to any other use, but you must certainly not eat it. For whoever eats the fat of the animal from which an offering by fire is offered to the Lord, even the person who eats shall be cut off from his people. You are not to eat any blood, either of bird or animal, in any of your dwellings. Any person who eats any blood, even that person shall be cut off from his people. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, He who offers the sacrifice of his peace offering to the Lord shall bring his offering to the Lord from the sacrifice of his peace offering. His own hands are to bring the offering by fire to the Lord. He shall bring the fat with the breast, that the breast may be presented as a wave offering before the Lord. The priest shall offer up the fat in the smoke on the altar, but the breast shall belong to Aaron and his sons. You shall give the right thigh to the priest as a contribution from the sacrifice of your peace offering. The one among the sons of Aaron who offers the blood of the peace offering and the fat offering, the right shall be his as his portion. For I have taken the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the contribution from the sons of Israel and from the sacrifice of their peace offering, and have given them to Aaron the priest and to his son as their due forever, the sons of Israel. Y'all can hit that like button for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't hit the motherfucker. Y'all gotta hit the motherfucker. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Share it out too. Alright, what was that? For I have taken the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the contribution from the sons of Israel, from the sacrifice of the peace offering, and have given them to Aaron the priest and to his son as their due forever, the sons of Israel. This is that which is consecrated to Aaron, and that which is consecrated to his sons from the offering by fire to the Lord, in that day when he presented them to serve as priests to the Lord. These the Lord had commanded to be given them from the sons of Israel in the day that he anointed them. It is their due forever throughout the generations. This is the law of the burnt offering, the grain offering, and the sin offering, the guilt offering, and the sacrifice of peace offering, which the Lord commanded Moses at Mount Sinai in the day that he commanded the sons of Israel to present their offering to the Lord in the wilderness. Okay, that was Leviticus 6 and 7. And we are now 15 minutes in, so I'm going to end this video and probably do 8 and 9, and then we'll be good. All right, come back.